Mic 3? Am I mic 4?
Yo, look, what mic am I? What mic is he? What mic is us? What mic is we? Who is he? We all know the answer. Rest in peace, Black Panther, fuck council.
Beat, man. How you living, man?
I'm good, man. How you living, man?
You know, it's just living my shitty life, you know?
It's good, even good, or when they say good, is like good enough.
I heard somebody say that, I didn't hear this myself, according to the internet, that Charles Barkley, Shaq was like, this is the worst year of my life. I was like, damn.
It is, man. I feel like a lot of people could say that. Well, you don't know how people are affected, because I would say Shaq is in every single commercial I done seen on TV and online.
They did all his commercials last night after the game. They was asking them different kind of questions, and then they was like, well, Shaq, who you got for your insurance? He was like, the general. He was like, what you had for breakfast this morning? He said, Frosted Flakes. That shit was funny, bro. And they did all of his commercials for free on TV.
Icy hot.
So, and then they showed somebody on Twitter, they said Shaq just made $40 million for seeing all his commercials. But yeah, that shit was hilarious.
See, but that's what I'm saying. But again, not everybody values money and stuff that high,
Shit.
Because when a nigga got all the commercials and all the money on TV and he talking about this is the worst year ever.
I know, man. That's true. That's true.
That shows you money ain't everything, man.
Oh, man.
I saw somebody say a tweet or something that said how 2020 is making you realize that you can be gone in a minute or any day. So you should kind of focus on the person that you are while you're here. And I took that shortly after I saw the Chad Boseman that he died. And then they said how he knew he had this cancer for like 4 years and, kept it a secret. All his people kept it a secret. The shit ain't leak out. Nobody ain't saying nothing, yo.
He did look really skinny at one point.
And the whole internet was fucking bashing him and talking down on him.
Oh,
now
really?
they see man, it was making fun. And this is my point. Even through that, nobody said nothing. It was just jokes and people talking shit about him. So it's like,
that's true.
Because I guess he wanted to do what he was doing and not have it. Because you know how people love a sad story.
Right.
So sometimes people might mess with you or what you got going on more so because they feel obligated to your sad story than they should be to what you're actually doing. So now he can rest knowing like a movie like Black Panther and stuff, which he clearly was shooting while he was sick.
Yeah.
And Avengers and shit is like #1 movies and shit and changed lives and shit in the country. And it did it organically rather than, oh, he's dying, let's go support him. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I respect that.
R.I.p, man.
2020, man.
2020 ain't letting up. And I think that's part of the problem. Because it seems like every time you feel like you getting accustomed to whatever the fuck is going on, something else is going on.
Yeah. I don't know if we said this on the podcast before, but I said this to somebody recently. And I was like, yo, no matter how old you are, you could be like 100 years old or you could be like 7. This is the strangest year of your life, yo. Like, it ain't... And I didn't even need to be here for them other years to know.
I know, right?
If you are 100 years old, this is the strangest year of your life.
We was talking about that shit the other day. We was like,
talking about
there's segregation. There's people who was around when segregation ended who they thought, man, that is unreal.
Not like
2020. 2020 got some of that in it.
It had so many cliches, it had so many cliches to it where people say, if you would have told me a year ago, we'd all be wearing masks right now, I wouldn't have believed you. It's like, no shit. God damn, man.
It's the year of cliches.
It is, bro.
You can say anything, man. If you would have told me.
No bullshit. It's rough, man. It's the craziest year, man. I looked this up on the internet yesterday that apparently black suicide is up in 2020.
See what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Yo, black people getting dealt one fuck of a hand for 2020. Who dealing these cards, man?
Hopefully it's not, as it sounds like that same son of a bitch that was dealing them when I was in Vegas. My worst Vegas trip ever.
Oh my gosh, man.
I got murdered in the casino. I didn't have sex. I didn't do anything, though.
You didn't do nothing that Vegas is known for.
I did go to the dispensary.
Oh, there you go.
Man,
that made the losing a little better.
It was the first thing that I did. So when I went to the dispensary and I left, I said, yo, I'm genuinely happy right now.
This trip's going to be wonderful.
Like, I got some pre-rolls from Tyson Ranch. Mike Tyson's ranch.
Mm-hmm.
And I always wanted to go to Tyson Ranch ever since I found out it existed. So I felt like, you know, that was
Accomplishment. There you go.
But man, I like the freedom of Nevada though, man. I do.
The freedom to win and the freedom to lose.
Nigga.
But I like that. But I get your point though. Like, you know, being able to get off the plane, go grab a smoke.
Right. Like I can say that right now because it's legal
in Nevada.
You feel me? So yeah, I like that.
See, and that's dope, man. And yeah, it's legal for everybody, right? It's recreational.
Yeah, I just walked in there.
Man. Back to what I was saying about 2020, little motherfucker, yo. Even after you said that, suicide rate up for black people. We just lost another one of our predominant black leaders. You know what I'm saying? It's like...
You know, the NBA stopped.
Come on, man.
Because of coronavirus, and then they stopped because the players were like, we ain't playing. So
2020 has been dealing cards, man.
Yeah, man.
I was thinking about this shit the other day. About how... Like, even something like... If they was to have that stoppage. A nigga like LeBron and shit.
Jesus.
I know, right?
Alright, I feel like I'm straight now. You gotta wear
a nigga like LeBron and shit, them niggas will be fine.
Oh, for sure.
The facility, the people who run in the place, and all those other niggas, they gonna be fucked up. So at the same token, it's like, man, I done worked my whole life to get here to be able to support myself and my family. But at the same token, I can die if I don't go out there and support what's going on.
Yeah, like, because I say in football, the reason that they don't ever protest and shit is because they don't have guaranteed contracts. So you might be a rookie that's making $400,000 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't never had $400,000 before, you can't afford to sit out a season when you're only making $400,000 because you probably was undrafted or a 6th rounder or a 7th rounder. And if you don't want to play, they'll just be like, oh, okay, fine. You know what I'm saying?
It's your only shot.
Exactly.
There.
So then
they're like, they looking out. They're like,
exactly.
You don't want this? All right.
Exactly.
And
so basketball the only sport you can really do it in. But even some of them niggas, it wouldn't be smart. Like you said, LeBron and them is Gucci.
But that's how they do you, man. They put you in that corner where it's like, and you know what? We're here.
Go ahead.
Could that be like how you breed coons?
What do you mean?
Think about it. You have the choice of, hey, feed your family and your life and continue your livelihood and build, or stand up for something in support of your people and your race, which then in turn you may lose all that things and never achieve that again.
That's true.
You know, so now we got to be, no, man, I ain't with all that. I got to look out for my family. So now, you know, and that takes you down another path, because when you start doing that, then, okay, why are you endorsing Trump? He's like, well, he paid the most money. I got to look out for my family. And then you keep going down the road of you can make that decision because your reasoning is to take care of your family when it's against people. Isn't that a coon? or like entry level coonage?
Well,
you have to find something to sell your people out for and then sell your people out. And then it's very easy to do it when you say it's for your family.
Have you ever seen O.J. Simpson Made in America on ESPN? Like the 30 for 30 story?
Maybe, but I don't remember it.
But basically the first episode of that, if you have never seen that, watch it.
That's the one when they was talking about O.J. saying he ain't black, he's O.J. and he was on all the commercials and all the car. That I've seen so many fucking OJ things that I don't know which is which.
Well, episode 1 of OJ Made in America is honestly one of the best black history lessons I've ever seen in my life.
I feel like you've said that when you watched it, so I feel like I've watched that one.
Yeah, I've told you this again recently, so it was within the last year. So, yeah.
Go ahead.
But, during it, it is that shit where you see, like, you know the guys at the Olympics who got the fist up. And then you got Muhammad Ali saying he wasn't going to go and fight in the war, and he went to jail, and the height of his prime is like 27 years old. During that same time, O.J. Simpson was on Hertz commercials and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Movies and shit, you know?
Naked Gun.
So it makes me say, people definitely view him as a coon because of this. But if I'm the only nigga that's ever getting these opportunities ever, what am I supposed to do?
That's what I'm saying. That's why they put you in that rock and hard place. Because now you're in a position where it's like, man, hey, man, y'all know it ain't too much of us even get this opportunity.
He was the first one.
And I need to now risk this opportunity for everybody. Exactly. Which is like, yeah, they're killing us, man. Help. But it is like, man, I can't help you if I'm down there. Nigga, yeah, you can.
But yeah, it make you say, I can help you more if I get this money.
Exactly, but again, it's not entry level cool.
Yeah, because it's like I still can't help y'all because they still gotta get some more money, bro.
You gotta come over, man. I wish these people would keep it down, man. I'm trying to get this money from these crackers to bring to my people. That sounds like
if I look like I'm one of these crackers when you see me, I'm not. I'm just tricking these crackers into giving me their money.
Like, come on, you know I'm finna look out and feed the cookout.
It was like me and my nephew was talking about this recently. We was talking about like somebody like LeBron James. Like LeBron James is gonna have to work for someone else his entire life, so his kids don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like he can't get a little bit of the money like he got now and say, all right, fuck these white people.
But he's doing the best he can right now, though, really.
Exactly, but he can't blatantly do that because that's where his money is, and he's never going to have enough money to say that. But his kids will if he don't never say that. You know what I'm saying?
But I guess right now you can never say that. But I said, was there ever be a point where somebody might have said those words together with LeBron James?
What do you mean?
The word that rhymes with moon? I don't want to put Coon and LeBron in the same sentence, but I'm saying.
Sure of it.
Because I felt like they used to look at him like, oh, he almost don't care like Jordan. And then there was a time where he clearly separated himself from that.
Kobe did the same thing. Like, these niggas grew up. When they got to the point where them niggas started getting close to 30 or 30, it got to the point where it's like, you know what? I don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks about me anymore because what I do as far as hooping, it ain't no denying it. And I'm super rich now.
I thought you meant they grew up on some like, you know, back then I didn't want to choose a side because that's what Jordan was kind of saying. Is he didn't want to choose a side.
I don't give a fuck no more. That's a part of growing up. Because Kobe got to the point where in interviews he would say whatever the fuck he wanted.
Yes.
And that's LeBron now. That nigga's like, man, I'm not finna get into it with him because we already know where it's gonna go and I don't got time for that. And he be talking about the president.
Man, y'all know how I feel about that fuck nigga. Next question.
I'm not finna stoop to this damn level, man.
Was I hooping?
You know,
yes.
You feel me? So, LeBron wasn't like that when he was 24, 25. Like, he started being like that after he started winning championships.
But so, isn't that what the nigga's trying to say? Hey, if you let me be quiet and get some of this money, when I got enough of the money, I could then start speaking up.
Listen, when I be crazy and I be trying to troll and get my shit popping on the internet and shit, that's what I'm really thinking to myself. Everybody just calm the fuck down, and hopefully this will work, and we'll all be something at the end of this shit. But motherfuckers want to bother you and shit, so it's like...
You got to make you have to answer questions you wasn't prepared to answer to them.
So it's like, it's tough, man, because motherfuckers don't know how to sit down and shut up.
Motherfuckers don't know how to sit down and shut up.
But I mean, I guess, I don't know.
Because they think it's rude. It's like, man, and this is why, right? This be the problem with people in life, in relationships and friendships. People be overstepping their boundaries. And they be feeling like you lacking or you whatever in the area, and that gives them the right to step in and fix it.
Right.
If you gonna let a nigga drive, let a nigga drive. If he's leading us off course and he ain't want to either get back on course or let you drive, you got to get up out the whip. Fact. Stop wrestling with the fucking wheel because then that's how you crash. You like that metaphor?
Yeah, I do.
Let's put that together like that. But I say that all to say what you're saying, man. It's like, well, back to what we were saying. When you grow older and you grow up and you wisen up, you realize that, you know, you can be yourself. Yeah. It's why we trying to tell these young motherfuckers to do it now.
But some people don't never realize it, man.
And that goes back to, that's why I said that's how you make a coon. If you don't never actually take the money and put it back and get off the coon trip, you end up like a Terry Crews.
Yeah, oh my God.
Terry Crews is a full evolved coon.
Yeah.
If you don't stop your cooning, you gonna evolve to that nigga.
Like no bullshit.
That nigga like a Pokemon card.
I wouldn't support nothing that he do.
You can't.
Oh, speaking of coons, we never mentioned this on the podcast before, but Desi Banks blocked me on Twitter for,
we did mention that
for Rebel saying he was a coon. I didn't even say that. Rebel said it.
No, that nigga disrespect. Look, see, when he first said it, that nigga like, yeah, fuck that nigga, we back. That nigga a few weeks later,
I'm sorry,
he did it.
can you please unblock me?
I want to see your jokes, Dad.
But I said that to say that Terry Crews is for real a coon, though.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a coon.
He is what I was looking at when I was phrasing what I was phrasing, but I didn't want to use him because it's easy. So that's how I got to a nigga like LeBron or something like that. Somebody was hard for you to say. But he is who I was looking at because he was in like Next Friday doing like those roles, and he always stuck in that
Training Day, bro.
He was in Training Day. I literally racked my brain because I watched it a couple months ago. He's a but the highlight of what makes me with cool. It's just not right. But he's in that Adam Sandler movie Blended.
Never heard of it.
His character is that of him.
Oh, I seen someone post this on Twitter. He was saying like he's jigaboo and all
yes,
that.
man.
That was sad. But
continue. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
I wanted to ask you, did you know
Remind me to diss Terry Crews when we freestyle later.
Oh yeah, we're murdering him.
Go ahead.
Did you know me back when I hated LeBron?
I don't think so. But here's my thing. I don't know if I ever knew you when you hated LeBron. I do know you. Yes, because I think me and you similar around the same time said the same thing. Hey, we're going to sit and appreciate this man's greatness instead of...
Yeah, like I used to hate him.
I never hated him, but
I hated him, bro. I hated him, bro. Like, you know how I like hate Kevin Durant?
Yes.
I hated LeBron way more than Kevin Durant. Like, I hated LeBron so much that I still don't consider myself a fan of him, even though I am. Like, I have 3 or 4 pair of his shoes.
You love LeBron? Yeah, but here's why I think I got to explain.
Why I can't stand that nigga. But no, I used to not like that he gave a fuck. That's what I didn't like about him. And I hated that. Like, and he still give he still give a fuck now. But he don't give a fuck like he used to. Like, he working on it. Like, you know what? I don't give, like, it's why he goes on Dark 30 during the playoffs, where he just don't use the internet at all. And it's because instead of, like, looking at it and it bothering me, I'm going to just be like, you know what, fuck y'all niggas. I'm going to
create a persona to where I might still be looking.
But you don't know it. So then when I hoop on y'all ass, y'all gonna be thinking it's because he ain't been reading our comments.
Which is the stark opposite of Paul
George.
Paul George. That nigga is online reading it and reacting to it.
And people were saying that he was weak, right? And then people were saying, you're saying that his mental health is why he's weak. And I was like, I'm sorry, that's weak.
Your weak voice is always that same person. It sounds like they can't lift up anything. Hey, hold this bag of, here's this bag of milk. Oh my God, you gotta lift up. I'm lactose intolerant.
A whole gallon?
Pass me the 2%, it's lighter.
But dead ass, bro. I think that's weak. Like, I'm a person, like, when I used to hoop as a kid, right? I'm one of them niggas, and I know you're not gonna believe this, but I'll tell you anyway, is that I could make every shot. I'm talking every shot.
Hey, if you watch that last video I posted of on the TheRawHype YouTube, when you see that ball got shot and they go in the hoop, that's real footage.
Right.
Go ahead, continue.
But when I had a high school game, I couldn't make every shot. Like, I could do
pressure's on, baby.
Exactly. I could do okay, but I couldn't make every shot. But also, you got to think, at that point in time in my life, I gave a fuck. You know what I'm saying? About everything. You know how when you, like, go to a kid, like, chorus or something, it's like the little choir rehearsal shit.
And they walk in and they see you, they go, oh, that's my mom.
Or you can tell by their facial expressions that they think somebody looking at them the whole time. It's like they think all eyes is on them because they're on stage and people are in the crowd. So they think the crowd is looking at them specifically. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, I messed up. I know everybody's saying that. But what they don't understand is that no one gives a fuck about them being there, and the people that ain't there for them ain't paying attention to them at all. So it's pretty much the same way in like a high school
unless you're the
basketball.
Lead. Yeah, sorry. Okay, I was the lead, so that's why I was like, I'm trying to relate to him, but I can't relate because I was the one in the middle of the stage at the choir singing for our elementary graduation. That was me. Anybody still got them videos out there? That was me. Sorry, continue.
I'm good, bro.
Yeah, I'm not saying. I'm sorry if I couldn't relate to the backup guy saying, I hope someone's watching. Nigga, I knew they was watching.
Gotta make everything.
I was trying to relate.
Like how you couldn't make no shots with the lights on, nigga. I'm 40 I'm 40.
I don't relate, nigga. When I step on the court, baby.
Yeah, I only miss when there ain't nobody in the crowd. I can't make one when it ain't no crowd. But as soon as you fill that stadium up, I can't.
With the lights on. So, but what you're saying is, it's not weak to not perform when the lights are on?
No, I'm saying it's weak. It was weak when I did it at 15 years old and shit.
Yeah, so that's why they calling them weak when you're 30.
But like I'm saying, I was 15. Mm-hmm. And like, if I was a professional nigga, you couldn't tell me shit. Because I'm telling you, when I'm at the park hooping, I'm here hooping, I'm there hooping, I'm talking shit. I know can't nobody fuck with me. I know my next shot going in. What you want to do? You know what I'm saying?
Shooter's mentality,
but
baby.
I can't be like that at a high school game. I can't talk my shit. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to even be uncomfortable having my jersey tucked in. It's like the whole scenery makes me uncomfortable because I'm like a outside playing basketball ass nigga. But you can take me in that same court and play street ball and I'm hitting everything.
Here.
You feel me?
Put me on that court and he's trouble.
Ooh. Last week. I ain't gonna do it. So I know that it was mentally weak why I couldn't like perform like that in high school with the lights on. And again, I think it was weak for me to be 15 and 16 and be like that. So a 30-year-old nigga that's been in the MVP running and got millions of dollars, I'm sorry, that's weak.
That's where calling somebody weak takes on such a heavy connotation.
Right.
But it's like when you're doing something that someone at your position in life shouldn't be doing, that's the thing to call you.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to call... If the kid who couldn't live with a gallon bottle was a 4-year-old kid, you're not going to say, you weakling.
Right.
You're going to be like, all right, but homeboy, if you're 13, you're like, oh my gosh, what is this? Is this cement?
Like, you need to go outside.
Exactly. Think your weak ass outside.
But it's like, that's what I'm
push
saying.
up.
It's why I used to hate LeBron. I'm like, you too talented to care about what anybody think, including me.
But that's how it be, man. People can't see. When you're so close to that fire, you can't see the fire. Or you see the flames.
Alrighty.
I think that's like semi-deep, because think about it. Oh, you see the flames because you're in the fire, but somebody away from you looking at you say, oh no, that's fire.
That nigga said, I think that's semi-deep.
Pseudo-deep.
That might be.
Deep a little. Just the tip end.
You might drown, but you'll be wet.
I don't know, man.
We put like a million things in the topics room.
And what we do is we know it, we ignore it, we press record, and we just fly
Somebody
off
asked
the
me that and
head.
said, do y'all be having topics? I said, we have topics, but we don't ever really talk about them and shit.
Cause man, a lot of these topics have been sad. Look at your headline: NBA players boycotting. Sad.
Right.
R.I.p. Black Panther. Sad.
Right.
What will the world look like in January 1st?
Woo.
I can only assume sad.
Sad.
What's your other one?
What else you got?
White people saying if you comply, you won't get shot. For them to still be saying that in 2020 is sad.
Oh, I have a video that is a white person not complying.
Oh, this is the one that's been passing around?
I don't know. You seen it?
Yeah. Where you want me to play it? How are we even gonna play this?
I mean, I can play it.
Okay.
Should I put it on the back screen?
Are we gonna get into it?
I wouldn't mind it.
All right, well, come on then.
All right.
This video that we're setting up right here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and everyone in between, is an example of that black sigh. It's like, why do we constantly have to show you reminders of something you're already reminded of for you to be reminded to act like you ain't know?
Right.
There's countless examples. Shit, most people probably have an example of them getting away from the police while knowing they do something wrong. The difference is, ain't too many black people with that same story, because it doesn't end that way. I read this story that someone said before you set that up, with this one gentleman who was a fucking professor at a school that was up the road, and he went to the gas station or some shit like that, and then the police all ran up on him and was like, asking him questions, and then tell him that they're questioning him because somebody said that there was a guy that broke into their house. And the guy was like, hey, look, my college lanyard that I'm a teacher is around my neck. You know, the dude's dressed in a cardigan. You know what I'm saying? Right. But they say he fit the description. So the nigga's like, hey, I didn't do it. They had him detained. He talking about like 4 or 5 cops and shit pull up, had him detained because they had to go get the white woman. So now this nigga's like, yo, he's like, at that point, he's like, he knew he was going to die. Because he's like, if they try to hold me, I'm not getting in the car. Right. They're going to say I'm resisting and they're going to kill me. Right. And he's like, it's because you're telling me that my word at who I am, all that I've been and done, means nothing because it boils down to the word of some white old lady that's going to tell you if I'm a criminal or not. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm a college professor. I'm all this. He lived life completely on the right. Is helping other kids. And he shouted out, he pseudo shouted out the black queens. He's like, there was a black girl that was standing up looking, and he's like, to himself, he's thinking, please, sister, do not go. Stay right there. Because he's like, it's all them and it's just him, and they waiting on the word of a white woman. Nigga, historically, we know how that finna go. Yeah. So, and he was like, man, I'm literally dealing with me thinking I'm about to die while thinking all that I've done in my life means nothing, because I can show as much as I can show who I am. I can tell them these, I can show them the ID, everything. And it all boils down to a old white woman word on, yeah, that's the nigga that robbed me, or no, it ain't. Yeah. Nigga, that's what the fuck this shit is. That's a reminder of that.
I saw, what's the young guard, really quick, plays for the Sacramento Kings, De'Aaron Fox. I saw him on The Herd recently. Did you see it?
No.
Man, that little nigga was smart.
I would believe so, because I remember his father around the same time when LeVar's father was going on, and I always appreciated how his father handled things. So now when you say that about him now, I go, yeah, that seems on.
Yeah, like in that way of he's smart, he deep thinking, he know how to carry himself like that little.
The new nigga, man. That's like that's the new generation.
But he was talking, and he was basically saying, like, I didn't go in places before, and he said, like, example, he said, I'll be walking out of Walmart or something. He said, and I'm in, like, a hoodie and some basketball shorts. He's like, I ain't got no chain, I ain't got no, like, watch or nothing, you know, so I just look like a regular person. He said, it'd be like 3 white people that would just walk right past him. He said, then they'll stop me like, hey, I didn't see your receipt.
See?
and I said to myself, I was like, and that's crazy, because he for sure just looked like a regular person.
Yes, he does.
Like,
hair dead, the way black people get their hair dead.
He got a low cut now and shit.
Oh, okay, shit. But he was probably getting stopped if I can register so much.
And that's why he's like, I used to have my hair out, and he was like, I pretty much just wear a hoodie and something. But he was like, but usually when I go out, he's like, a basic trip. He's like, I don't have no chain. I don't have no. He's like, I'm just my regular self.
You seen Antetokounmpo, who just said the other day? He's like, man, when he first got here and shit, teammates used to tell him, because he used to just wear a hoodie and shit. They'd be like, don't wear a hoodie. He's like, why not? And he's like, I know now. And that shit's like, yo, look, a nigga from Greece can come over here, be there, you know what I'm saying? Be who he is. And look, crazy. And he just get treated like, you know, he's like, you have to tell him, hey, shit different over here, nigga. Right. You wear a hoodie, they might think something of you. Right. Put you down.
All right, man, I'm going to play this video.
He's going to play another reminder to everyone.
I hate to do this, by the way.
This shit is whack, man.
But it's basically a white guy.
I'm not gonna get how I want to get on here. Right. I'm not.
But I want a white guy talking to the police in a way that I would never.
Exactly, which you know better than to. Not that you would never, that you know better than to.
All right, here we go.
Play that shit.
He said he's not black. Did she say that?
I think that's what they said, for real. See what I'm saying? Let me put this on, man. What you're listening to is a white man in the car with his family members and the police outside with what looks like a taser pointed at him.
He's like, fuck you, you fucking pig.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. He then starts slurring, cussing, and threatening this officer with physical violence.
It's not as loud, though, so I kind of don't want to play the whole thing.
Yeah, stop. Well, it's over.
Oh, at the end of the video, he said, I will fucking kill you.
Threatening the officer who has a taser pointed at him. I.e. taser. This nigga didn't have his fucking sidearm ready to ride on him.
Listen, I said on the comments, right? I said, yo, if that was a black person and he shot him, I said, I wouldn't say that it was right, but I would say that him getting shot was avoidable. Like dead ass.
But it's because you're able to live in a world where you can see that. You can see that, hey. Man, go ahead. Go ahead, man.
You don't want to speak on it?
I'm trying not to, man, because of the energy I've been on these last couple of days. I've been saying things that I shouldn't say, even on my, that I've been saying to people close to me. I damn sure shouldn't say it on our large platform.
Right.
But it is rooted in frustration.
One thing that I hate about all this shit, my G, is that I don't, you know me, man, I don't like to say certain things because I don't like to give people an excuse, right? And the excuse that people love to use when it's a black person getting shot by the police is always compliance his criminal record, and all that kind of shit, right? Now, the criminal record, I'm never going to give a fuck about that. I'm not even going to give no credence to that.
There's nothing to give a fuck about.
My criminal record don't nothing in my criminal record so I should get shot in the street.
Exactly. The warrant don't read, shoot him when you see him.
Right. But
the fuck?
The compliance one is a good one, though. Because you always have an argument with the compliance one.
It's
right?
the same as an arrest. They can give you that charge with you just saying, "Nah, I'm good."
But we do have examples of people that complied that got shot. What was his name? Ahmaud
Arbery?
Yes. He complied. George Floyd complied. There's no questions, right? But in this case, they say they got a second grainy video of this young gentleman wrestling with the police, and then they always say he was going for a knife. And I'm like, man, if I got a knife in my car and I'm going to the door and you shoot me, if you say I shot him because I thought he was going for a weapon, that's to me a reasonable answer. Mm-hmm. But if you say he was going for the knife in his car, it makes me say, hold up, man. There's no way you're going to know that he had a knife. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like
that's something you find out afterwards.
Exactly.
After you shot him 7 times in the back, which means you shooting the kid.
And for me, man, I'm always objective, bro. I done seen YouTube videos that got the other side of the story, and I done seen all kind of shit, and I done seen his record, and I done seen this, and I done seen that, and I didn't pay attention to all of it. And I haven't chosen a side, if we want to be completely honest. I really have not chosen a side here. And George Floyd shit, I chose a side because the side is easy. That whole, he had fentanyl in his system, and he had COVID-19. I'm not trying to hear none of that.
This is my point, man. But even so, man,
I'm not trying to hear that.
The responding officers are not Judge Dredd, nigga. They not judge, jury, executioner. Right. Your job ain't to kill niggas.
Right.
It's to take them to someone to get them served for justice.
And like I always say, man, if you're going to give me the compliance thing, right? If you're going to give me that, the people that comply, they can't never die then, man. You know what I'm saying? It can't.
It rhyme too.
You feel me?
If you comply, you must not die.
But yes. So if that was the case, I say all right.
Because yeah, you're killing the people who comply and don't comply, and then tell us keep complying. But they died too. Exactly. What the fuck you want me to do?
Bro, I seen this white dude in a hotel, bro. He was on his knees with his hands up saying, "Please don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me." And then the cop just let off on him. And then he beat the charges in court. And then he got medically retired, and he get a pension of $2,500 for the rest of his life.
Come on now.
I was like, this is crazy.
Why would that stop anybody from doing it? Because their logic tells me, man, I get to kill somebody, and I get a retirement with a check.
Right. And the crazy part about that is that it be some white people thinking that black people want that to happen. It's like, no, this is what we talking about.
Exactly. We try to show y'all they're evil.
They're even doing to y'all.
What do you call it? Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice anywhere. Like, they killing niggas now. Man. Wait till they start up in the shade.
But straight up, it's like they'll even do it to y'all. And the thing is, we get that every cop ain't bad and all that shit. Don't nobody be wanting to hear that shit, man.
Because we've been hearing that shit forever, man.
Because it's just too much shit to go on, bro, that it's like, all right, man, some shit gonna have to change.
It's hard to... You can tell me this... You can feed me the cop angle. Mm-hmm. You can't feed me the corporate angle,
right?
The fucking educational angle. Right. You can't give me fuck me every day in every way, exactly. And then say, no, man.
Let's say everybody wrong about the police, all right? The police don't be brutalizing black people and shit, all right? But in the court system, if a black person and a white person do the exact same crime and have the exact same criminal record, black people get more time.
I think it's like 3 or 4 times the amount.
Yeah, across the board. And that kind of shit can't be legal, man.
And you can't tell me to not look at that also.
Exactly. Exactly. So it makes me say all of this shit blended in together. It makes sense that this is
blended
in target because this is who you get the most time when they come down there. So it's like, y'all want us to look at some isolated shit, or y'all want us to look at like something that's not tangible. Like there's some shit that's tangible. Like black people getting paid less for working the same jobs, and how the shit with Ill Dot and shit happened.
Yes.
Where he get his house appraised with black paintings and shit. Then he removed the paintings and shit, and they appraised his house for $149,000 more. Like, that's tangible.
Yes.
They have 2 quotes.
Exactly.
That was in the New York Times. That's tangible. So we got tangible evidence with intangible evidence. It's like when you trying to build a burden of proof in court, right? Now, what they call it circumstantial evidence, right? If I have a shit ton of circumstantial evidence on you, and then I have a shit ton of actual factual like DNA evidence and video evidence on you, it makes the circumstantial evidence that much heavier. The circumstantial evidence alone, I walk free. But the circumstantial evidence along with hardcore facts, it's like, what is there to discuss?
So this is why another episode of this video show that they show is not needed. Exactly. Because you have every example that you could quite possibly need. You think this man, I don't know this man and I don't know the situation, but I'm also not a cop.
I'm on his side, though.
But I'm also not a cop. And I'm here to think, this cop is next to two other cops. And this guy who's in a car with two of his kids is going to grab a weapon to turn around and kill the three of us.
Right.
I can't think that this is what this man is on, so that should at least allow him to come up out the car with whatever he was planning to come out the car with. But it doesn't validate 7 straight bullets.
But even if I do think that, if I shoot you in your shoulder, you done going to get that weapon.
Or your leg. Or bust a shot in the ground.
Yeah.
This nigga don't even at least get an endangerment charge for the kids being right there and he letting off 7 shots. Isn't that
because they look at it like he put his kids in that predicament.
Man, see what I'm saying? It's very easy. That sounds very convenient.
The shit is crazy, bro. And like I said, I truly have not picked a side. I'm just saying what I think. Because I haven't seen everything, bro. Because I don't need to see this shit.
And that's my point. I don't need to see it to know what side I need to pick. Only because you can't tell me ignore it everywhere, man.
Oh, I'm not saying that I ain't picked a side in that circumstance. I'm saying I don't know if this police officer should be charged with murder and go to prison because I don't have enough information. In George Floyd case, I have enough information.
I get your point. It's the same reason, sadly.
But I'm not viewing it from a black standpoint. I'm viewing it for knowing how the court system works.
Absolutely. And sometimes that gets crossed in what people say, because sometimes you be like, when you said Trayvon, that motherfucker George Zimmerman's not getting off, it's like everybody looking at you like, what?
Right.
Wait, so you think it's okay? No, I'm not saying it was right. I just know how to exactly.
Yeah, he's not going to prison.
So it's one of those.
Yeah.
I'm on some court in the street system is what I'm on, essentially speaking, if I was to be making a movie or something. If I was to make a movie, here we go. This is protected behind intellectual property.
If I did it.
I'm saying, right? See, look how excited I got. I can't talk, man. I can't talk. But listen,
like 3 times a day, man. You scared of these airwaves.
Because, man, like we just said, man, we got to get where we need to get to help the people that need to be helped. And me selfishly jumping off the ledge to say something that everyone knows and feels but shouldn't be said is not the smart thing to do.
If everybody knows and feels it, it should be said. That's my theory.
Yeah, but again, man, it's almost like preaching to the choir. If I'm going to tell you, hey, stop sipping that lean. That's a terrible analogy. This is why. Look what I'm looking at, nigga.
I don't know what this is talking about, man.
Cause this is an example of me This is an example of me holding my tongue, and you see how I fumble and flumble because I'm not used to it, and I'm not good at it.
Man, I'm finna put the beat on her.
Man, this 2020 is something in it, boy.
Nigga don't want to talk, so I put beats on, man.
Go ahead, man. What else we got in here, y'all?
Yeah, what else?
Oh, what I was gonna say. That's partially why we were talking about getting all the information. That's why we haven't had any full stance on this whole Megan and Tory situation.
I definitely have not done enough research. All I know is that Bun B talking.
Bun B word is loud.
Bun B word is loud. God damn it. That's all I know is Bun B word is loud, man.
But, man, listening, getting all the information is very imperative when making a decision, man. Regardless of how much you can see something lean.
Because, like in this latest police shooting, I don't need to know the details to know where I stand. Like you said earlier. I just need to know details on what I think about this particular situation.
Yeah, what I think about the outcome.
Right, yeah, but yeah, I already know where I stand. Like
that nigga said that, I feel like I left that out there. He made me feel like I left that out there. Let me come back here and cover that again.
Because
niggas, man.
Need to be changed when it comes to the police.
Some shit needs to be changed when it comes to people. You can't pick one section of people and then say those people need to fix their problem. No, people need to fix their problem. A 17-year-old motherfucker just shot killed 2 people, shot 3, killed 2 people. And we said this shit yesterday. Why nobody talking about the fact that this 17-year-old fucker shouldn't have a fucking high-powered... It's illegal for him to have that weapon. They got pictures of this nigga talking about how he was cleaning the walls from graffiti and he's a good kid and all that shit. This nigga, this piece of shit committed a crime when he took his high-powered weapon at 17 down to a protest. And the nigga mama is who drove him down there to the protest.
Listen to me, guys. I would never say that it's illegal for him to have a gun at 17 years old because I have to assume that it's legal for him to have a gun at 17 years old because I have not heard one person in the whole world say, wait a minute, can he legally have a gun at 17? So I literally am sitting over here thinking, he has to legally be able to carry a gun.
It's like what we said with the Kabbalah shit the other day.
I'm going
to assume all the people reporting at least know that maybe in that county,
yes, bro,
17-year-olds can go outside down the street and open carry a high-powered assault rifle.
I'm not joking. I'm dead ass serious. I 100% believe in my heart that he was able to legally carry that gun. And the only reason that I think that is because no one has said anything about it.
But last night we said that shit for the first time in the world. It's
like no, but I was like, yo, ain't nobody said this but me, bro. And you was like, yo, I was thinking the same shit. I wasn't gonna say anything publicly about it because I have to be wrong that he can't carry that gun.
But look at what we talking about, and that goes again to the framing. How many times you seen they frame him painting, taking graffiti off the wall?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then they try to paint what's that other dude's name? See, pick a murdered victim from the police.
Trayvon.
Exactly. He's a villain. Look at him. Look at his record. It's like, it's the same movie, it's the same show. It's why they don't need another example or another episode. Like, you've seen the show, you know what it's about. If you've seen Maury, you know that he's going to read who is the father or not. Someone's going to dance.
Oh, bitch. Oh.
Either the nigga go dance or the girl go dance. I told you, nigga.
I told you. I told your stupid ass. I'm like, why are you so happy? I don't get it. But on the cool, my guy, it's the world crazy. But I bet like the firefighters is like, woo. I'm glad they don't know we're the ones setting
the fire. Yo, I was thinking that is a popular rumor.
Is it for real?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Man, it's a popular rumor that a lot of firemen are actually the ones setting the fires. Some of them are like Pyromaniacs, where like fire turns them on.
I have never heard that. I thought that was an original joke I just made up.
No, sir. Nigga, and let me take it a step further. A lot of times in certain situations, they found semen on the scene of the fire. It's because the niggas start the fire and gotta let one rip.
This is a rumor, guys. I'm sorry. This is a rumor that I won't stand for. I actually thought about being a firefighter before, man. I'm dead ass serious.
I just looked at you to see if you jerk off when it get hot.
I don't see. I'm looking at me.
How do I even Google that, man? That doesn't seem like something I want in my Google search.
Do firefighters jack off to fires?
There you go. I'll pick that one. Let me go incognito before I get some ads pop up.
As I always say, man.
Icy hot. You want to jerk off? Use icy. Shaq, come on, something icy hot.
Oh, hey, big bro. You want to jerk off? Anywho, man. This nigga.
I'm not looking that up, man. You gonna have to do that on your own time, man. I don't
remember what we was talking about, man.
We was not talking about icy hot on the dick.
And this the shit. This nigga say this, and then he say there's certain shit he can't say. This nigga say firefighters are lighting things on fire and then going to the scene and jerking off. But he can't say what he was gonna say. Jesus, I agree. If you were gonna say something worse than that, then don't say it.
I don't think I said firefighters. I said pyromaniacs, not firefighters. No.
If you're gonna say something worse than that, then I agree. I completely agree. This episode should be called "Firefighter Jack Off the Fire."
Yo, we should have a fucking building on fire.
This nigga got the hose. But yeah, man, this nigga's sick, man. You don't put that on firefighters, man.
That's what I'm about to say. I really catch myself. I was like, wait, I didn't say that, yo.
You did, bro. I'm putting on a beat, man.
Go ahead, man. It's dangerous time to put it on after a topic like that, boy.
Yeah. We the hot boys. I don't like that beat, man. We the hot boys, baby. Yeah.
Fire fetishism.
Fire fetishism.
Upon returning home, she would masturbate, thinking about the various aspects of the fire and the aftermath.
Yeah,
damn it, man. That's some big...
I'm just a little flamethrower. You smell me?
Man, I'm not looking for this. This shit say flaming masturbation with fire burning dick.
Ooh, I gotta spit something to that, baby. Yeah, it's your fire.
Hey, what's happening on this fucking episode, man?
Me and my nigga Rebel up in this bitch. Nigga put you in this shit.
I know.
You know how we do, baby.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Pyromaniac.
I'm on fire.
Pyromaniac.
I'm on
And
fire.
if you gonna light that fire, then I'm gonna jack. Pyromaniac. Pyromaniac. If you gonna light that lighter, check me. Check me out. Gonna get fire in here. Gonna hand me a lighter. If you notice when you did that my pants kinda got tighter. Cause my dick getting hard now. Shit getting odd now. I heard Shaq got some icy hot fitting the rubber.
Hey, I see fire, fire. I see smoke, smoke.
Smoke, smoke.
I choke, choke.
Yeah.
I stroke, stroke. I be jacking off to that fire, gal.
Gal.
But I'm the one that set fires out.
Out the fire when I'm jerking. If you want to see me in person, go ahead and watch a nigga grab the jerkin. Shit be warm as a motherfucker, warm as a motherfucker. Ooh, that's a fire. It's on in the motherfucker. I don't see nothing wrong in this motherfucker with a little cheech and chong in this motherfucker. Yeah, I push my dick in the bong in the motherfucker. Cause it's warm in there.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Pyromaniac.
Yeah.
Pyromaniac.
Hey.
If you gonna light that fire, then I'm gonna jack.
Hey, Pyro.
Hey.
Let me get that lighter. They ask, what's my 9 to 5? I'm a firefighter.
Fighter,
I'm gonna go into your crib and I'm gonna find out where you live. And I'm gonna have to set that fire. Then I jack it. I got dibs. I'm gonna have to do my thing. I'm gonna have to grab my thing. I'm gonna have to set it on fire because I go out with a bang.
Bang, bang. That's a new word too. Hot and spicy wang. I be jerking my wang and things. Check me. We don't need no extinguisher. We don't need you hear him, mister. Cause a nigga choking. I ain't joking. My weed it be hot than a now. Hopefully that y'all heard about. I can't. I'm done, man. Let's go.
They made a nigga when I die.
Gonna put my dick in some lava, hot water, my daughter. Y'all wondering how I got my daughter. The house was burning down when I got my daughter. I was hot than a flame.
Volcano Records, nigga.
We about to erupt on the scene, nigga.
That nigga trying to change the story. I did not say firefighters, jack off and fires. I said pyromaniac.
I was looking around. I was like, wait a minute. Because usually
I honestly thought you were talking about firefighters. That's why I was like, what are you saying?
Pyromaniacs. Look it up, man. I'm not great.
Firefighters go there and jack off.
Pull up this listener question that we had that we never read, man.
What you got, man?
You got to read it. Remember I said?
Nah, you used to do that voice when you read it and shit, bro. You got to bring that back. Remember you used to be like, my boyfriend been cheating for 6 months.
Oh, yeah, I do remember. Hey, that big boy. Listener question, and of course we're going to leave their name out to protect anyone's anonymity. It goes, I know a woman that has a roommate she never wanted, that always promises to pay. Never does. And she still has to pay for or find a babysitter because when she left her son with the roommate left the autistic kid alone. Niggas put that shit in all caps. I want you to know the person that she left alone. Now proceed. The girl whose house it is says, and I know this, I just can't bring myself to tell this bitch to sleep in her car. She seems to be in a bad situation, and I feel sorry for her. But what advice could I give her? anonymity name from Texas.
The first thing I'm going to say is, this is a pretty serious situation for us to wait 2 or 3 weeks to answer this listener. I apologize.
I truly do. I hope we're not too late.
Right.
Hey, Brian, I hope this message gets you while you're rhyming and like Stan.
I hate this question. I'm sorry. But the reason that I hate this question is because this is something that would never happen to me.
And that be the sad part. Because we're not really advice givers. Let me say this way. We're advice givers on how you should live your life.
And how to avoid problems.
Not what to do when you get yourself in the problem. Here's why. Because how you might want to get out of the problem might not be how I may want to get out of the problem.
Right.
And if I'm giving you advice on how to get out of a problem, I will give you the advice that I know will get you up out of the problem. Excuse me.
See, like for me, I get in problems all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what the fuck to do when I get in them, but I think I come up with something on my own, I consult with no one, and I do it. That way, I don't have anyone to blame. And if I don't tell anyone, really, I don't have any influence. So, it's kind of how I avoid avoidable problems, is by just doing what's best for me.
And what would be best for this young Texan?
Well, for starters, man, like we said before, you're in the problem now. Like, if you would have said, hey, I have someone wanting to move in with me, and I don't want this motherfucker to move in with me, and I don't trust that she's going to pay, what should I do? I would say, hey, fuck that person.
Tell that hoe to sleep in the car.
It's much easier to tell her hoe to sleep in the car when she already said But, and then this is my thing, you're not doing nothing for me. Like, I can't leave my kid with you, you're not paying me. And ain't nothing worse than not paying me when you say you're going to pay me.
That's the worst.
So,
that's the worst. I always hate people who offer a lie they know they ain't planning on keeping.
My niece called me out on Twitter for this the other day. She said, this is what my uncle always said. She said, motherfucker, volunteer lies.
I'm telling you, man. These motherfuckers will come greet you with some shit you ain't know nothing about. And now you got to live up to it.
Like, hey, what's good, bro? Not shit. Hey, be back here tomorrow. I'm going to give you $20. Like, why would you say this to me? I'm not going to do it. Like,
see the nigga a week later. Hey, where that 20? What 20? You tell me, remember you told me, Mimi? Oh, shit, yeah. I got you, baby.
Be back here tomorrow.
What time you leave? Come see me before you leave. And it's like the nigga in Atlanta where that nigga pressed the button and he just fled behind the wall. Remember that show Atlanta?
Yeah, I remember that, but I don't remember that.
In the club where the nigga was keep trying to get the nigga in the club for the money and that nigga keep disappearing.
Oh, I ain't remember that.
Oh, that was hilarious. That nigga went in the wall and pressed a button and the whole wall turned around.
You know I don't remember shit, man. I just
don't say
how
shit like that.
Make me feel, bro. That's all I remember about the show, man.
Wrapping up this wonderful
oh yeah, we have no advice because
you're already in the shit.
Yeah, I mean honestly, this would be my advice. Fucking cold turkey, pull the plug. Hey man, you got to get the fuck out of here.
And I will give you a little bit more. If you want to remain a good person in the situation, I feel like you should have a sit down. People are scared to talk to people, right? And if you tell this person, check it out, you can't be here no more.
Right.
How long you need to not be here no more? Are you serious? We don't need to talk about all of that part. It's decided.
What does he say?
You're not going to be here.
What does he say? Like, I need 6 months.
No. But that's my point. When you offer something, I kind of offer, okay, I was thinking more like 2 weeks. Right? To let you see where I'm at. So in 2 weeks, you need to not be here. And depending on
6 months, I was thinking more like 2 weeks.
And depending on what you do here in that 2 weeks, it can be less than that.
Right, I respect that.
I'm telling you, man. It's like, nah, man. If you want to have a problem with that, it can be now.
Right, so you're right. The ball is on your court.
It's on your court.
Like motherfuckers let people come in their house and take their ball and put it on their court. Like you're not paying. I can't expect you to do that, but the ball is on your court.
Come on,
no.
Nuh-uh.
I won't do that to myself. I care about me too much to do that.
And that my advice at the end of that problem would be, hey, don't put yourself in these types of predicaments.
Yeah.
If somebody offers you something and you don't like how it feels, don't do it.
Straight up.
You'll always be okay if you don't do it. You can't attest for what will happen if you do it. But you'll be sure to be fine if you don't do it. you won't be in this fucking predicament, yo.
People don't care, man.
They don't care about themselves.
Like,
that's the problem.
People, to be anybody who in that situation, if they over 30, they'll always be in situations like that. I'm sorry.
Because it's the mindset, you know.
It's the mindset.
They don't
you gotta
care.
get up on your grind. Yeah.
Yeah. What else you got for these beautiful
Man,
people?
I'm tired, bro.
That's what you got for them?
Yeah, man. I'm finna go and call it a day, bro.
All right, man. Let's get up out of here then, man. Shout
How
out
long
to
we
the
going?
RawHypers. Maybe 50 minutes.
We gotta get to an hour. Yeah.
Look, this nigga come back on vacation. He's supposed to be on vacation. Come talk to us about your trip real quick so we can get up out of here.
Fuck that trip, bro. I'm getting married in 2021, man. I wanted to make that announcement, bro. I forgot to tell everybody, man. 20.
People don't appreciate what I got to deal with here, man.
2021, baby, your boy walking that aisle with a motherfucking smile. Yeah, everybody.
Well, what is your ideal qualities in a woman?
She willing to get married in 2021.
That's it. Date set. If you a person who loves to show up to their commitments, be there.
What are you looking for? Someone that's available sometime in 2021 for what? Meet up at the courthouse.
Like almost like an arranged marriage. See that motherfucker at the step.
I might do that.
Is
bro.
you? Yeah. Yeah.
You? Yep.
Clearly. Well, let's do this thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going on like 90-day fiance, bro. I found out that means they gonna get married in 90 days. I thought that meant they knew the person for 90 days. I want to be on that version of it.
Oh, so wait a minute. See, my lady watches this, so she gonna be ashamed of me.
Nigga, my baby mama and my daughter watch it.
I'm talking about she watches every version of this.
Nigga, every version.
So they meet each other. So no, they have known each other. They're just getting married in 90 days?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Oh, I thought they met each other and are getting married in 90 days.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's lit.
That's the better show.
Right, I want to be on
almost
that show,
like the
bro.
Real world, but with a wedding at the end.
I want to be on that show, bro.
Can we make that show?
Yeah, let's make it, bro. We're going to start that bitch on January. I want to be there.
By the season finale, I want to have my bride.
Yeah, bro. I want to be married by March, man.
That's almost like The Bachelor, but they don't get married at the end, do they?
Yeah, I don't know. Our show, we getting married at the end. I'm getting married.
How many contestants? For the love of hype. Come on. Oh, I like that already.
Optic, man. Yeah, bro. For the love of hype, man. Yeah, I like it.
How much contestants we want? Come on, let's build
Shit,
the show.
I only need one.
This is going to be a raffle.
Bitch, you win and you lose.
This nigga going to get his bride on a raffle.
Look, man, just set it up, man. Just set it up, man.
That'd be a very good show, though, man. No bullshit. Especially with your ridiculous ass, yo.
Yeah,
one of the dates would be sitting here hooping. You're finna make a slasher.
Man, bro,
Two-way slasher.
I love to have an old lady to play 2K, man. I might get like a little lesbian little bitch and marry her, bro.
This nigga want it all.
But
want a smorgasbord.
we gonna air that episodes on my OnlyFans, bro.
Yeah, there you go.
Lit,
that's the best place for it.
I'm gonna make a reality show, bro. That shit'll be lit, bro. I'm gonna make a reality show, bro.
Come on, give me some names, man. You got the hype one?
Hey, you know you can go live on there, bro.
OnlyFans?
Yeah, I'm gonna go live 24/7, bro. I'm gonna do it, bro.
Hey, I was gonna drop that video the other day. You remember that?
I talked about that?
Yeah.
I've been talking about that for years, bro. Somebody should go live 24/7.
But you remember when I did that little short?
Mm-hmm.
And I put it in there? I literally just watched that a day or two ago. And here you was quoting a line from it on The New Pretense. So I gotta drop it.
The New Pretense, baby. But yeah, man, I'm finna drop a show on my OnlyFans. I'm going live 24/7, cuz.
Trying to find love, man.
Yeah, just trying to get married.
What gonna be some of the obstacles on that motherfucking show?
She
got a drag race or some shit.
Who can like stuff a cone the fastest? Line up, bitches!
Oh, look at her, I like her form. Her tits are in the way though, but hey, it's not a problem.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm gonna do, bro. I think I'm gonna just do my own reality show, bro, when I'm trying to find love. Then I'm gonna just get married in 2021, man.
All in the same season. I'm
gonna put a date on it, bro. I'm thinking about June 1st, bro.
People don't really know what I deal with here, man.
I'm for real.
I know. That's why they think this is a show. They think this is a gag. They think them boys is on that bullshit. This is what I deal with. Bro. This nigga is that type of nut.
I'm telling you,
he's that type of nut.
I'm gonna get married in 2020.
Hey, anybody who out there want to film a young strapping gentleman here, Searching for love, the real way, not the VH1 way.
Yeah, 100, Cole.
Nah, we gonna have 2 cameras at best.
Running, baby.
And we gonna go find this man some love. You seen Eddie Murphy? He came to New York, went to Queens. Where we finna go, nigga?
No, we probably...
Chattahoochee?
Chattahoochee.
We finna go to P-Valley. We finna go to P-Valley.
I finally watched this damn show this man been talking about called P-Valley.
Come on. Oh, okay, let me ask this. Do you feel now how you felt when you initially sent me those slanderous messages?
I'll say this.
So,
the episode that you rudely interrupted me from watching this morning while you told me you wasn't coming over here and I could go back to sleep and we wasn't finna do this podcast. But
unnecessary statement, but continue.
Boy, you are something else, son. This nigga will interrupt any conversation with anything. Then he gonna drop that bad hat on unnecessary, but continue. All right, next time he give 85 unnecessary, I'm gonna say that unnecessary. But all right, so the episode I'm watching right now is pretty good, bro. Like it's coming together. You know what I'm saying? But the early episodes, man, I didn't love them, man. Like, I found it to be a little boring, but there are a couple of characters on there that really just are fun.
Yes, man. It's a different show. It's a different energy.
But I will give it this. I called it slightly below watchable. I have upgraded it to watchable.
There we go.
And I won't be able to put a final bow on that until I finalize the show. So once I finish the show, it's either going to be slightly below watchable or it could be slightly above watchable, or slightly above watchable, and I'm looking forward to the next season. You know?
What about recommended? Where does that fall in?
It hasn't gotten to recommended yet.
And I think that'd be the problem with shows. You go in there with me and my lady telling you, watch the show. Woo, come on, watch the show. I'm freestyling my Pussy Valley on there. So you like, all right, come on, man, go ahead. But you also got like stains in your mouth of like Power and all that kind of shit, which was like good, but then terrible. So now any other show kind of have that, you're good now.
But to me, if you're watchable, I can fuck with it. Like there was a point in time where I felt like it was slightly below watchable. But like there's just 2 of the characters on there, Lil Murda and
Uncle Clifford. Come on, man.
Man, I feel like you know how we were talking about like how like much of a woman are you? Like
you feel your numbers going up?
Like, Lafayette was my favorite character on True Blood, and Uncle Clifford is my favorite character on this show, and it's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you?
Nothing at all, but this is my example of, because usually I don't care for how they used to depict transgenders and homosexuality in shows. It almost seems like, well, we gotta put it in, so put it in. Now it's purposeful. Yeah. This Uncle Clifford character is not just there for no reason. Right. Lil Murder and him and them having the situation they got is not there for no reason. Right. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't like when it would be there for no reason, because it's like, man, you're cheapening the scene or even the character by just saying, well, here you go. Here's a little bit of glitter for you.
It's not cheap. The show is not cheap.
No, it's not.
The show is not cheap. I will give it that.
I'm telling you.
It doesn't do cheap laughs. It doesn't do cheap gay jokes. It's not cheap.
It's not cheap.
I will give it that. It's just not overly entertaining.
And I guess it's because they think most people be focused on the ass and titties so much that if they have just a decent storyline, it'll be fine. What happens is, not to say this because I never do, but at some point the ass and titties just become another character, and it's like, all right, what's your show about? Exactly. But it holds you still.
I respect it.
Yeah, man, that's why I fucked with it, man. And this is my point. If y'all gonna show diversity, show it like this, man. I love hearing these little stripper stories, yo. Because it shows so much little human stripper jokes that people already thought. Like, I went to the woman in there spraying, talking about how it smells in there. The girl is selling, fucking hustling these girls with little outfits for $15 and shit.
That's true.
You know?
There's a baby there.
Exactly.
That stereotype.
Exactly. Like, hey, I gotta shake this ass. One of them is an abusive relationship. One of them think they better than the other. The high yellow one's getting favoritism.
Right. One of the girl like a local celebrity and shit.
And it plays with even that, the new internet world.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to give away the show, but you see how the girl and dude is now coming together. Yeah. That's some internet shit.
Oh, 100%.
Let's put on for these niggas. Yeah. Let's act like it is what it is, so we can blow. Almost back to what I was saying about the Coonin. It's like, So most cooning starts off with you saying, hey, I'm going to just do this for the money, and when I get it, I'll then go be me.
Right.
But a lot of times you get sucked in that vortex of doing it for the money, and then you Terry Crews.
Because you feel like when you get $5 million, you're going to feel like it's enough, but it's not.
It's not. When you have zero, you think $5 million is all you need. Yeah. When you get $5 million, you're like, nah, this $5 million. Exactly. This $5 million ain't shit. I need 20. Exactly.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
Shout out P Valley, man. Shout out to Pussy Valley, yo. Yeah. We ain't gonna freestyle about that right now, so give us a second.
Yeah, I ain't finna freestyle about no Pussy Valley Club.
Pussy and jerking, nigga. Jerking firefighters.
What else you got over there in the topics room, man?
What we got for these beautiful people? Look, oh, this is what I wanted to say while we on Pussy Valley. I had in here Pussy Valley versus Jennifer Lopez Hustler movie. Jennifer Lopez has a strip movie called Hustler. Mm-hmm. She got like Cardi B and a couple people did some cameos and shit in there where they try to attack the stripper thing, you know, and she's like a OG stripper. Oh, perfect example. Like Mercedes like the OG. Mm-hmm. She's like the OG. She's been there for years. She's showing girls the game, the escort game, and all that shit. How it leads to escorting.
Jennifer Lopez plays the character.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she, I think, she's a producer of the show as well.
It's a show or
it's a movie. Sorry, it's a movie. The difference between those two and why I'd rather P Valley and why P Valley would resonate with people better is for two things. Jennifer Lopez tried to make a PG-13 stripper movie.
Right.
You can't do that. No. It's like I just said, in P Valley, you give such an excess of titties and ass that you don't even pay attention to it, really. Right. Unless it's Autumn when she come out there. Boy, that little...
She's so attractive.
What?
She's so attractive.
But, so that's where Jennifer fell off. She's trying to show strippers non-stripping.
Right. Yeah.
And tasteful dancing. No. Them girls in there was doing acrobatic tricks in P Valley.
Yeah, they were.
So that is why Jennifer Lopez attempted a stripper movie. She made money, of course, because niggas is gonna go watch, you know, Jennifer Lopez talking about stripping. But P Valley is the better product, and I feel tells the better story than that attempt was, because they're telling the real story.
I fucks with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now the misogynistic version of what I was trying to say. Jennifer Lopez and them didn't show enough titties and ass.
Okay.
People watch that movie in hopes of seeing Jennifer Lopez's titties and ass. No disrespect, people. No, the people is it. There's celebrities in there. That Asian girl from that movie.
Just a time.
No, because you're trying to sell people sex without the sex. It's like vegan sex. It's like, hey, it's like I want to see that ass and that fucking thing.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Not me. I'm speaking of why it didn't work with the consumer. Let's get the fuck up out of here, man. We don't niggas talk about pussy and stripping.
We out, man.
Let's get up out of here, man.
Shit. You ain't gonna say nothing?
I thought you were gonna play a beat for the people or something.
I ain't gonna rap on it. I'll talk on it.
Well, do what you need. Well, I'll talk on it too, then. Damn it.
We up out of here, man.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Another Sunday, fun day.
You know, shout out to y'all RawHypers for sticking with us, man. Hey. I know a lot of y'all listen all the way to the end. I'll be looking at the analytics.
Hey.
Shout out to y'all, man. That means y'all really, really fuck with us. That means y'all really, really fuck with us. Y'all really, really fuck with us. Cut them numbers going up, 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 up. We rising. Yeah. We be connected, nigga, no Verizon. Yeah. I see a lot of money in the horizon. Yeah. And if you can, then put your eyes in some Visine. Because y'all gonna see me, and y'all gonna want to be me. And if it ain't here, then it gonna be on TV, YouTube TV, or maybe caffeine. Y'all niggas know exactly what I mean. Not be hustling, not be getting to the money, nigga. Check my diamond ring. Yeah, this bitch real. 3 carats, though. And I got that for I got.
Before I got bread.
Bread.
Before I got head.
Head.
These niggas get scared.
Scared.
And these niggas get led. I ain't talking about gun, talking about words. I don't give a fuck, got the brain of a nerd. I wake up, pop pill, sip syrup. Everybody know that I don't really give a fuck. Never give a fuck. I don't give a damn. I wake up and I eat like a lamb. I wake up and I dance on webcam. I wake up and buy a damn Dodge Ram. I don't give a fuck what these motherfucking think. I put liquor in my motherfucking drink. I fuck your bitch way down at the pink. Y'all don't even really know what that means. I'm talking about the Valley nigga, talking about the P. Nigga like it been balling since back in 03. If a nigga got a problem, shoot like Kobe. If a nigga got a problem, he gonna have to show me. Y'all motherfucking G from the end of the road. Nigga been throwed and my cup stay cold. If a nigga got a problem, I'm gonna have to go. If you got a problem, I'm gonna drink and I'm I'm a pole. Sip, sip, won't trip, nigga dip. Everybody, man.
I let that boy glide on him, boy.
Stop playing.
That's wonderful. Hey, shout out to TheRawHypers, man. Oh, that boy is serious.
Man, we about this thing.
We about this thing. Hey, before we go, fuck Terry Crews. That nigga get many booze. That nigga's a fucking coon. Somebody send his ass to the moon. That boy is a buffoon. Shoulda never came high school coon. I don't know who done dish it to him, but somebody done wronged him. I don't understand how the fuck's up with all these strong men. Why they acting so wrong then? That nigga acting like he be at home in a thong end. He be saying good morning to his motherfucking right hand. That's the pipe hand. That motherfucker firefighter. That Hey, I say fuck Terry. No worry. I still trying to fuck Halle Berry. I hope she ain't got a man and make that rude. Cause I ain't that type of dude. I ain't no fucking coon. Like who? Like Terry Crews.
Dizzy Banks.
I ain't no coon. Like fucking Terry Crews. I'ma say that again for yous. Pull it on the news. I ain't no coon. Like who? Fucking Terry Crews. Who's fucking Terry Crews? That bitch by the... Hey, when I wake up in the morning, I be hitting snooze. On who? Terry Crews. Fuck who? Terry Crews. Who the hell you don't want to see on that TV, dude? Terry Crews. If you get another movie, I'm booing you, Terry Crews. Go fuck off a valley if you don't know what to do, Terry Crews.
Yeah.
You fuck ass nigga.
That's why you got your dick grabbed, nigga.
Hey, I'm out of this bad place, man.
Oh my god.
Shout out to TheRawHype, man.
That nigga said that's why you got your dick grabbed.